Alright guys, and welcome back for a new review. Today we're going to take a look at the brand new Marvel Legends 12-inch Deadpool. I know, right? You're wondering whose balls did I have to fondle to get such an early release. Well, I can't tell you, but it rhymes with Beefy. Anyway, let's take a quick look at the packaging here. This is a nice shot of the figure included. 2 head sculpts, Headpool, and looks like even a chimichanga. That is pretty awesome. So the packaging itself has this reflective pattern to it. You can kind of see in the Deadpool logo there. Along the side, got a shot of the half unmasked Deadpool. On the back, you've got a shot of him kind of sitting like he was in the movie on the bridge. This is not a movie figure. This is definitely comic, but that's what it does remind me of. Got some nice images on the bottom. And then the other side has him wielding his swords. So really cool. I'm going to crack this open and give you guys a better look at Deadpool. Stay tuned. Alright, got them opened up and out of package. Just going to give you an overview of the whole figure. Really well done from what I'm seeing so far. Made of very nice solid plastic. Figure is not lightweight, which is nice. If you got the Spider-Man, the Iron Man, you kind of got an idea of what you're getting, especially Spider-Man. So let's take a closer look at some of those details. Taking a closer look at the head sculpt. See, it's got the big and small eye, a very common expression for Deadpool. So it definitely shows his personality. So I like that. The paint apps are really clean. The eye has got a silver paint to it. I don't know if that's coming through. That's okay. Does have the loop in the back. And you can definitely get an appearance of a head inside a mask. You can see the outline of the ear and the nose. So I really like that. That looks really good. So the mask is well done. You can even see some stretch marks. So that looks really good. Going down, you'll notice we've got a nice black wash over the straps. So those look really good. Very realistic look to them. I wish the 6-inch scale figure had that. You got the silver paint apps for all the buckles, so that's really good. Down into the belt itself, that brown wash continues. They didn't bother to do the metal on the pouches for the clips, so that's pretty good. The Deadpool logo is clean. No paint slop, so I'm liking that. The gun that's in the holster, that we'll get to later. The pouches, though, look really good. Nice black wash on them. You see where the other knife goes, and of course his swords. So that looks good. Leg holster also looks good. Again, gonna have to look into what's going on with those handguns. They did do the paint apps for the buckles and then down into the feet. So overall, pretty nice looking Deadpool figure. Digging that. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at the accessories. Alright, so let's take a look at the accessories. So as you can see, we got a really large amount, which I really like. So let's focus in. So you notice the figure came with a fist and a thumbs up hand. He does have 2 other pairs. He's got a fully open hand for holding the chimichanga. Detail on that is good. And you see they hinged it so that he can, I guess, bring it closer to his mouth. There is a nice trigger holding hand. Look at that. doesn't look like the trigger finger is separated, but the guns he came with, I guess it doesn't need to go through a trigger guard, but I would have rather seen that separated. Again, the same for the left. And then there's the other fist. Here we go with the guns. It's got his Deadpool logo painted on there. Very sloppily. Obviously, it looks like he did it himself. It's got the big and small eye. I don't know about this. The paint work on here just looks like caked on in some respects. Looks beat up, you know, like it's worn, but there's no wear effects like a silver wash to bring out the color. I don't know if this is based on anything specifically. Doesn't look anything real world. Looks like it has kind of like a scope thing going on there. I would have rather something a little more traditional, but that's what we got. Here's the smaller one. Looks like a modified handgun. I guess very comic booky. Again, it's got that wear and tear on there. Silver wash would have brought that out. Painted detail for the handle and up here. And what do we got there? Let's say anything. Can't quite make that out. But it's got a Deadpool logo and something written on there. Alright, that's pretty neat. Moving on. Got the chimichanga. Pretty cool accessory here. It's wrapped in tin foil. Looks kind of delicious, actually. It's got the cheese and meat melted all together. It's wrapped up. Basically a burrito. But very nice detail on that. The sculpting is great. That looks really good in every respect of the way. Very cool. Then to a very important accessory, the alternate head. So taking a closer look at that. Really nice detail. I am liking this. I like the smile. The teeth are painted really well. I'm very happy to see that we got an actual pupil painted. I know in the 6-inch one they went with the yellow comic book looking eyes, but you know, he's not really, I mean, he's a mutant, but he doesn't have glowing eyes, so I do like the fact that they gave us a painted pupil, and it is painted really nicely. I mean, that looks really good. It's got the rough texture to his face, where it's kind of like melty looking. The testicle with teeth, as they say. The ears kind of gnarly. It's got the loop. There's another rip and tear up at the top and also on the side. So this is a very, even on the back there, look at that. Really nice detail. Sculpting on this is very nice. And excellent, excellent inclusion to this set. Really liking that. Doesn't end there. We also get 2 knives. Basic green handle, silver paint app for the knife itself. And they're both different, as you can see. Serrated edge on this one. There are holsters for that. And then the katana blades. These are nice. I like these. Let me zoom out a little bit. They're a little different. They're not your standard with the guard. Just got this point here. But nice detail on that. I like the wrap. Looks very realistic. Very tactical looking swords. They're molded in a nice silver plastic. It works pretty well, actually. I'm liking that. It comes with 2 of those. And one of the coolest accessories of them all. Headpool. And you see Deadpool's just chilling out here, taking a break. So Headpool is a really well done accessory, if you want to call it. That is Headpool. In case you guys don't know who Headpool is, he is Deadpool from the zombie universe, and that particular Deadpool lost his body, but his zombie head continues on in search of a body. Comes with this cool stand. What's really cool about this, it's got an articulated jaw. Let me take it off the stand, actually. So, let's take a look at the paint apps on that. This looks awesome. It's got the mask torn away, the skull, good paint app on the eye, and the whole thing really good. And then you see there's the articulated jaw, which is fantastic. That is an amazing accessory. And then it's got a really awesome weathered effect on the actual helmet here, and the propeller actually spins. But the weathering on that is awesome. This is an excellent accessory. Got to see if that pops onto the figure. Does have a porthole there where it pops onto the stand, but I have to take a close look and see if we can actually pop Headpool onto Deadpool and give him the body that he's always wanted. Alright, so let's quickly go over the articulation on Deadpool. So the head itself is on a ball and hinge, so the head can look up about that far and down about that far. Shoulders are on a butterfly joint, so they can go forward, back. They hinge out about that far, which is pretty good. Got the upper bicep swivel, double jointed elbow. He's got a hinge and swivel at the fist, so that's really nice. He's got an upper torso twist here, so you can go left and right with that. You can also crunch with that pretty good amount, and it can go back a little bit. He's got a lower ab crunch, if you could see that as well. So with both of them being used, you can crunch him down very far without bending the legs. Legs go out to about that far, come forward. It's hinged at the upper thigh, double jointed knee, hinge at the calf, and a hinge at the foot. And he does have ankle pivot. Alright, so here he is geared up, and kind of put him into a little bit of a dynamic pose to kind of show you the articulation and how you could use it. Got a nice ankle pivot there. A couple things to note. Take a look at the wrist. When you pop the hand off, this part here is loose, so make sure you're keeping it on the left and the right side so you know which side it goes on, because it does kind of fit on a certain way. But he does hold a sword really well. Not too tight, but certainly not too loose. It's not sliding around anywhere. Whoop. As he almost falls. Guess he was getting bored. But really cool looking figure, all geared up. Let's give you a 360 as the web gear has kind of gone astray. Sorry about that, guys. Looking really cool. Digging that. So I'll show you some more alternate looks for him. That is one happy Deadpool. Why is he so happy? He's got the chimichanga. So here's another little alternate look you can do with the figure. Obviously, you can have him chilling out on your shelf, eating a burrito. The figure is really well balanced, pretty solid. The articulation was all tight and smooth, so I'm liking that quite a bit. A couple of things to note so far. The guns do seem like they would come out, but they've molded the straps in a way that kind of makes them non-removable. You might be able to heat them up and remove them, but other members on the Facebook group who did receive this early as well said that they did that. They weren't able to remove it. I'm not going to really mess with it, which is a little bit of a disappointment, but again, it may or may not be removable. Doesn't seem to be. It looks like it would be. It is a separate piece. Don't know why it's not removable or it wasn't designed to be removed, but that's one thing. Another thing to note, the swords go into the sheath in a very specific way. It's not hard to figure out, but I just thought I'd show you what I mean by that. So, see, it has a slot. You just line the sword up so that it goes in, and it also has a little point there that stops it from going any further, so it sticks out at the right amount. Really nice detail, so when you're looking at the figure, the swords are at the ready. They're not flopping all the way through. So that is pretty cool. How awesome is that? You can actually pop the Headpool head onto the Deadpool body. It's designed, obviously, for the stand that it comes with. But making that an actual option is pretty sick. That is awesome. Now, it does look a little goofy, to be honest with you, because the neck kind of looks a little long on it. But if you position it the right way, you can certainly finally give Headpool that body he's been looking for. And I think that is pretty cool. Nice attention to detail. Just an excellent, you almost kind of got a zombie Deadpool now as a full figure. But anyway, really cool. Just thought I had to show you that. All right, so now time for a little size comparison. Here he is next to the Hot Toys Deadpool and the Marvel Legends Deadpool. So he's obviously double the size of the Marvel Legends figure, and he's a little bit shorter than the movie version. So I think he scales in pretty well. I know the Sideshow version I do not have was a little shorter, and the Hot Toys version might have been a hair out of scale, slightly taller than he should have been, but either way you can get a good look at them together. I think they do look pretty cool. And one more size comparison. Here he is next to the Toy Biz Marvel Legends Icons. I really think that this particular line should also carry the name of Icons. Just a little side note. It really should, in that it makes it easier to search for the figure, whether you're looking to buy it or watch a review on it. I think they should continue, because they got Marvel Legends crossing from the 3 3/4 to the 6-inch, now to the 12-inch. Grouping them all together, there's so many figures. I think it's a bad idea not to make this line distinctive, and it is. They've added things to this line that you don't get on the 6-inch line. For instance, if you take a quick look at the detail on the chest, that is sculpted. On the 6-inch version, you've got the regular Bucky Cap body with the paint app just painted on, which they just reuse the body over and over for multiple characters. But this one, they've actually taken the time to mold in the detail. Not everywhere. You'll notice on the arm that is painted, but at least in the chest and that, it is a molded detail. Also in the upper thigh area, it's a molded detail, but not in the lower thigh. So a little cheating going on. I'm sure there's some parts used here from the Spider-Man in the same wave, which is understandable. Pretty good size body for Deadpool. Don't like to see him to be over-roided out. But anyway, this was meant to be a size comparison. He is taller than Logan and about the same height as Hulk. That Hulk was never big enough to begin with. But he does scale in pretty well with that collection. So if you've got your Icons figures and you want to scale them in, he'll fit in just fine. Final thoughts on Deadpool. I really love this figure. It is really a fun figure to pose around. It looks great. It comes with a bunch of extra accessories that really bump this one up quite far. Been on a real Deadpool high as of late with the Hot Toys Deadpool, the Marvel Legends Deadpool, and now the Marvel Legends 12-inch Deadpool really satisfies. I really want to see this line succeed, so be awesome to see a Wolverine in this scale, a Punisher, and there's so many others I'd love to see. But it's a really fun line. It's given a little extra treatment. I mean, the paint apps you can't complain about with this. Marvel Legends figures are pretty decent to begin with, but their paint apps have always been a little on the lacking side. But with this guy here, you can see they put some love into it, and I really appreciate that. What an excellent looking Deadpool figure for your shelf. The hands are nice and soft, so they grip things really easily. The complaints I have about the figure are very minor, but the gun situation is a little weird. Again, they don't seem to come out, though they look like they should. I think anytime you put something on a action figure, especially like a handgun or a knife, it should be removable. I mean, it was on the 6-inch, so there's no reason it shouldn't be on the 12-inch version. But aside from that, really good execution. The articulation is pretty fantastic. I have no problems with that. The fact that they threw in Headpool is a huge bonus, and you could even put it on his head. Does look goofy, but it was definitely a nice touch. The articulated jaw is even a nicer touch. But you also got the regular Deadpool head again, the extra sets of hands. The guns are another complaint on mine. They're pretty lame. I mean, I get that this is a comic version, but I don't really dig these. They're neat. They're Deadpools, whatever. But that just looks kind of sloppy to me. But maybe that's just me. I would have rather seen like an M16 of some sort. But this is a 12-inch figure, and there's a plethora of weapons you can add to this guy if you so choose. So, just like Deadpool says, gives it a big thumbs up on that, and so do I. Again, this should be hitting retail stores pretty shortly. I'm guessing it's going to be hitting at the Toys R Us's, Walmart's, Big Bad Toy Store. The unfortunate thing, there's no pre-orders available yet. So again, this is a very early released figure. Keep your eyes out for it. And thanks again for watching. If you enjoyed this review, please subscribe. I'm very close to 1,000 subs, and I'd love to blow past that mark on this. So as always, guys, thanks for watching.